Interested in purchasing a property for Airbnb? Well, in this multi-part series, I'm going to take you from starting out to Superhost, including this video today on identifying a property to purchase. I'm going to go over location, architecture, aspects of a property, and local ordinances. Hello everyone, my name is Cameron Stevens, the entertainment industry's real estate agent and the owner of Stevens Real Estate, a real estate experience tailored to the creative client. I'm also the owner and superhost of a cabin that I use for short-term Airbnb rental in Pine Mountain Club, California. Today I'd like to talk about some of my thoughts on identifying Airbnb properties, specifically the characteristics that I think make a successful short-term rental. Now, I'm a professional real estate agent in Los Angeles, and basically all of my clients, they're in the greater LA area. It's where I invest in real estate, so I'm gonna do this from the perspective of Los Angeles, but I do believe you could take many of these principles and apply them to other areas as well. To begin with location, let's jump off from my point in the last video that the home that you purchase for Airbnb should be a home that you personally want to visit as a second home or vacation home. In Los Angeles, there are 4 types of properties that I could see being used as an Airbnb: a mountain cabin, a desert retreat, a beach house, and something unique that's in the city proper. Generally speaking, I think properties that are architecturally unique certainly do better than houses that are kind of blah. You know, of course, you can dress up a property as much as possible, but a house that naturally oozes character is just going to be so much easier to work with than something that you have to add to, and you really may never quite get all the way there. The reality is, you know interesting architecture when you see it because you feel it. You know, you don't have to be a professor on historic architecture to know it when you walk into a home. So, big windows, swooping ceilings, interesting roof lines, these are great things to look for, but most importantly, does it have that wow factor that stirs something in you? For a mountain home, I would be looking for a place that isn't too far from Los Angeles, ideally a 2-hour drive or less, and the less windy roads, the better. That being said, I think secluded is better as well. Most people are trying to get away. They want a feeling of being immersed in nature. So being close to a little mountain town is a plus, but I don't think it should be the driving force. So a cute cabin home, that's what's going to be ideal in the mountains. Anything with lots of wood, both inside and out, should give you that feel. A-frames, they're great. Gambrel cabins, log cabins, post and beam, anything that feels cozy and intimate, that can certainly fit the bill. For a desert home, I love mid-century, I love Spanish, I even love a bit of something that's uniquely industrial, something that feels open, has some color, that feels connectedness to the openness of that just flat expanse of desert. Again, being near town is great, but it's not required unless you're in something like Palm Springs. In that case, I do think that being closer to the action is a plus. For a beach home, now that's a tough one because I don't often recommend this type of home for Airbnb. Homes near the ocean are naturally far more expensive, and therefore the baseline of what you'll need to charge is so much higher. That being said, you can get up the coast and get a little bit more remote. I'd say anything with, whitewashed wood, shiplap, kind of an upscale beach bum surfer vibe, that could certainly work. This is one in which architectural style is the most open because the draw here is the ocean. But the more windows and places to be able to take in that briny ocean air, the better. Finally, you have a house within the city. So the advantages for this is that you're likely to be closer to it for maintenance purposes. But this one I don't love as much because you're facing so much competition. already from other Airbnbs, and then all of the hotels in the city as well. It's an option I think can work if you have something really architecturally interesting that maybe you also use for film and photography shoots, so you can kind of go for a hybrid approach there, or if it's very, very close to, let's say, a major music or sports venue, or you could actually go in the complete opposite direction and do some kind of multi-unit property that you're just renting out the smallest portions at really cheap rates. But then that goes against what I touched on in the last video, in which the ideal client is on the upper end of middle tier pricing. But to summarize for Los Angeles generally, I think looking for a home that feels like a unique escape is going to be your best bet. It's one that is going to attract a wide variety of clients, from outdoorsy folks to couples looking for a romantic getaway, to small families looking for a vacation, to remote professionals looking for a secluded work from home space, to even artists looking to connect with their creativity. Of course, you'll want to know your local ordinances for short-term rentals as well. For example, many condo complexes in the city of Los Angeles will not allow it at all. Some mountain towns have a property owners association that limits the total number of Airbnbs, and some cities have noise ordinances which need to be considered as well. There are two ways that I suggest learning about these. The first is searching online. So this is an obvious one, but the most important thing to always check is the date on whatever article that you're reading or whatever forum that you're browsing the discussion for, because these rules are often changing very quickly and they can be outdated within a few months sometimes. Online forums are great because they allow you to connect with people that are going to directly comment on your question, but above and beyond those, I actually have an even better way to suggest learning about local ordinances. Okay, so here's what I suggest you do. Find successful Airbnbs in the area that you want to look at and offer to pay them for a phone call. Look, no Airbnb owner that you reach out to is going to want to talk to you when you just tell them, sorry, I actually don't want to book your property. I just want to get information from you. But if you offer to send them a gift card, it's probably a lot more likely that they'll chat. $50 for an hour conversation with someone who is a Superhost in the area is going to get you so much information for the money that I cannot stress how good of a return that will be for you. If you can't find owners that are willing to talk to you, or you just want some more information on top of that, find a local management company. They should likely know the latest on the ordinances, and they'll actually be happy to talk to you because they're kind of pitching you on their business in the process. They know that if they can sell you on an area successfully, I mean, who knows? You might use them to manage that property that you're eventually going to buy. So regardless of if you do or not, they should be a great resource. Okay, there you have it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned a whole lot about my thoughts on different types of properties for Airbnb in Los Angeles. In future videos, I'm going to be talking about more specific things to consider for a given property, how to design and furnish a property, the crucial first 6 months of Airbnb, getting to Superhost status, and more. At Stevens Real Estate, we specialize in working with creative professionals, entrepreneurs, and especially people in the entertainment industry because I spent 7 years of my life working in animation and visual effects. That is why I designed Stevens Real Estate to be tailored to the creative client. I also designed a few value-adding programs for both buyers and sellers that no one else is offering. For buyers, you get all your inspections paid for, no questions asked. I even have lenders that specialize in working with folks in the entertainment industry, even if you're freelance. Sellers, we maximize the price of your most valuable asset by giving you fresh paint, new floors, updated landscaping, and full staging at no cost to you. And for my Airbnb clients, I help put together a financial analysis for the investment using short-term rental data, help you research local ordinances, and can even assist with a design vision for your Airbnb property. So if you like my energy and my personality and you think my expertise and the programs that I offer would benefit you, it is never too early to get the conversation started. Additionally, I have a fantastic referral program. So if you know someone that would benefit from connecting with me, I would absolutely love an introduction. Thanks again for watching, and at the end of this video, there will be a QR code. You can scan it. It'll take you directly to my website, or there will be a link down there somewhere where you can click to learn more.